Hi, Lisa today, here with day 3 of 20 vlog videos and a Work It Daily challenge. And I hope to just share with you some of my thoughts about what I saw on night 3 of the RNC convention. I think that there were 3 messages that were important to me: women voting, pro-life, and those who are seeking asylum to have the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, and the freedom to assemble. And that was our Chinese speaker. So let's go to the first particular presentation. That was Laura Trump. She was doing a narrative of a video showing the suffragette movement in the early 1900s. And all women at that time that could and would march, not just on Washington, but down the local streets of any city USA, they were voting and seeking to vote in elections where it was considered illegal. Wow. So 100 years ago, the 19th Amendment came about, and we just celebrated that on August the 18th. That was a wonderful opportunity for women across the country of all ages and all colors of skin to say, hurrah, we have a way to weigh in. Now, the second speech that I consider was very important was the pro-life speech of Sister Byrne. And her statement, "Life begins at conception," is just so poignantly, hurrah. Yes, it does. Your life began when you were conceived in your mother and father's union. Now, whether they were married or not, we're not going to get into that. I'm not teaching that moral lesson, but the moral lesson of just life matters. And the RNC convention platform allowing a pro-life speech is very important. Now, why is Sister Byrne so important today? She has had 2 careers. Her first career was serving in the U.S. Army. And I want to say 29 years. 29 is a long time. And then now in 2002, she decided to serve with the Little Workers of the Sacred Heart. So here she is, a committed Christian, committed to her Lord Jesus, because she believes all souls matter. And your soul matters too today, if you're watching this video. The third speech that mattered for the RNC night 3, at least to me, was the Chinese gentleman who stood up. His name is Qing Guangchen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If he's hearing this, forgive me for my mispronunciation. But he stated the CCP is an enemy of humanity. Of all people, the Chinese. I wrote about the Chinese and their abortion methodology back when I was a student at Baylor University in the 80s. They loved, having a one-child policy. They may still have that today, but I do know that abortion of little girls at the time, to me, it blew my mind. I was not raised to even learn how abortion even was a part of our opportunity until I was educated by Loyal Gould, a former international journalist who had the occasion back in World War II times to do many things, but he also was able to be at the Nuremberg trials. He, of all people, taught a course, Travels with Gould, and I did a paper for his course where I was writing about how Chinese babies were aborted in mass. I did not understand at the time how the U.S. industry on abortion was so prominent, and I just thank that Chinese gentleman for being able to stand up and talk about his experience, not just on a national level, but now his message. He's got the freedom of speech. He's got the freedom of the press to talk to an international audience about his experience in the Chinese Communist Party. He knows that it was a hard experience. He tells about his experience. I thank the RNC convention for highlighting those three elements of the freedom of speech, the freedom of the press, the freedom of religion, and the freedom to assemble. Thank you for stopping by my little vlog today. This is day 3 of 20, and I hope to complete this series with the opportunity to find some gainful employment. That's what we're doing. A look at how to reorganize a freelance business, as well as how to possibly work for the U.S. government in international affairs. We're considering those 2 tracks. So thank you again, like I said, for stopping by, and make some comments down in the comment box if you would like.